Hi, I'm Caitlin E, and welcome to the Lit Review. It's a very slow, snuggly Sunday as I'm filming this, and we're going to do a little unboxing because this just randomly came in today. So this is February's Read Romance Repeat. I realize that by the time you'll see this video, it is early March, but it did come in on the last day of February. So this is the new bookish subscription box. It's in its second month, and this is from the Ripped Bodice, a romance-centered bookstore in LA. So what I love about this box is it tells you what month you're in, and it's a different color from the last box, but a lot of the branding is the same. So you get this Read Romance Repeat, you get the hashtag share the love, Read Romance Repeat, and the Ripped Bodice. Almost dropped that. Tells you on the side a Romance of the Month Club by the Ripped Bodice. And then there's always a quote on the box in a slightly different color, which I also enjoy the heck out of. So this one says, "Romance is the glamour which turns the dust of everyday life into a golden haze." Eleanor Glyn, British romance novelist, 1864 to 1943. Love just the aesthetics of this box even are everything. You can hear it kind of slosh around in here. So let's get into the Ripped Bodice box for February. Okay, so the first thing, I'll kind of tilt this for you, is just the first thing is the info card. Okay, so it's a little less of a fold out than last time, which I'm grateful for. But it says, "Welcome to another wonderful month in the world of romance. We hope that wherever you are, you have found moments filled with love and joy. February is typically the month where the rest of the world pays attention to romance, but lucky us, we get to live the HEAs all year long." Okay, so there are then spoilers telling you a little bit about the books, so I will go no further so that I can actually enjoy myself. So last month we got 2 books and a little goodie, so I think that's going to be the standard practice here with this book box. And the first thing I see, hello, is a Old Whaling Co. body butter. Nice big tub of body butter. Oh my goodness. Shea butter and aloe, handmade, sea inspired. What do you smell like? What do you smell like? Ooh. Oh, that's good. I'm not scent smart enough to tell you what that is, except to tell you that I would very much like to smell like this. It is very fresh. I could see this being a seashore kind of scent. I just don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't care. I'm gonna wear it, and if it even does halfway good of a job moisturizing, I'll be a very happy person. Also, I really love about this subscription service that they give you paperbacks, because hardbacks are great if you are really into collecting and a certain aesthetic, but honestly, for storage and just ease of reading, I really love a paperback. And so far, both of the boxes have had paperbacks in them, and this one is The Duke Heist by Erica Ridley, a little book here. Let's see what you're about. Meet the Wild Winchesters. No, not like Supernatural. I mean, yes, that is the name, but it's spelled differently. I'm sorry, I just need to read the back of this to you, the little summary on the back, because I don't think I could do it justice without spewing gibberish, because the premise already sounds so cool to me. Oh, I've never read any Erica Ridley, by the way. So here's what this book is about, according to the back of it. Chloe Winchester is completely forgettable, a curse that gives her the ability to blend into any crowd. When the only father she's ever known makes a dying wish for his adopted family of orphans to recover a missing painting, she's the first one her siblings turn to for stealing it back. No one expects that in doing so, she'll also abduct a handsome duke. Lady Thief! And a historical romance, and there's a duke. Oh my god. Okay, Lawrence Gosling, the Duke of Faircliff, is tortured by his father's mistakes, because of course he is. To repair his estate's ruined reputation, he must wed a highborn heiress, Natch. They always do. Yet when he finds himself in a carriage being driven hell for leather down the cobblestone streets of London by a beautiful woman who refuses to heed his commands, he fears his heart is hers. But how can he sacrifice his family's legacy to follow true love? I already made my TBR. For March, but by God, do I want this to be on it? I will sneak this in if I can, if not April, because holy crap, this sounds fantastic. And I already saw a little bit of the cover for the second book, and I am like, oh, so happy. I read an arc of this last year, and it was so moving and one of my favorites, and really took me by surprise, and that is It's Been a Pleasure, Nani Blake by Claire Christian. So again, so excited. This saves me a book purchase, because this was on my like, girl, you gotta purchase this. I love this book. I can tell you wholeheartedly, this was a 5-star reading experience for me. Actually, I think it was a 4.5 star because the beginning was a little slow. But when I think back on that book, I just think of nothing but love for it. So, you know, like, essentially a 5-star. And it is about a woman named Noni Blake, who's like in her mid-30s and is just feeling like really stuck and starts to wonder, what if, you know, like, what if I had actually, you know, had some more fun in my youth? Like, what if I had not let rules tie me down and like had sex with the people I wanted to have sex with? And like, would I go back and like redo it? In particular, there's one like crush that they never, it was like 2 ships passing in the night. Her name is Molly, and she runs a hostel in Europe. And so Nani, who's been living in Australia, kind of just decides to go on sabbatical and take like 6 months off and figure her life out and go chase down those what ifs. So it's not just about Molly. There is like a whole mess of other stuff that goes on in this book, and it really is about Noni Blake's journey. And oh, it's so good. I won't go too much more into synopsis, because I feel like in order to have the best authentic reading experience with this, like, you gotta go for all the like loops and twists and turns and weird decisions. But I loved this. I love this so much. I love that it was a like woman in her mid-30s. I love that this is like a fat positive, body positive romance. She's also a bisexual icon as far as I'm concerned. So I just, oh, it was so good. Love this. Highly recommend. If you have not checked out this book, please do. Loved it. Wow. I'm so stoked that this is in this box. Okay, let me just stop talking about these. Like, that's it. That's all that's in the box. But holy cow. Banger of a box for February. I am like already so excited about these books. I've read one of them, but I've never read The Duke Heist. And that premise just sounds freaking awesome. And it's a historical. And I said in last month's book opening and unboxing that they were saying it's going to be a largely contemporary box, but they'll occasionally throw in a historical or an urban fantasy, stuff like that. So I'm excited to see a historical in here. So let's go back to the spoiler card real quick. I remember last month there being Australia as one of the visual word clues for this book. I just like, it didn't even dawn on me that it could be It's Been a Pleasure, Nani Blake, because it's set in Australia for like the first chunk of it. Like, dang it, why didn't I think that through? Oh. What I like about their little leaflet is that they do like little intros about like why they chose this book. They give you a QR code to see like more of the author's work for both authors. And then they do talk about, like, in this case, you could pre-order a signed copy from the Ripped Bodice by using this QR code. So it's a really fun way to get like a lot of bang for your buck with this little leaflet. And these notes are literally from the authors. And occasionally they're also like signed. So I really love that about the little leaflet here. And I even love that it's smaller than last month. I feel like that was like a bit of a first attempt. And if you want to hear more from the Old Whaling Co., who does the body butter. By the way, highly recommend just on smell alone. There's also a QR code for that. And there's also a QR code for any content warnings you may encounter in the book. So I really love the opt-in features of this little leaflet. Keeping up with this idea here, so on the other side of this with the QR codes, it's "See you next month." And it says, "Want a hint of what to look forward to? Here are 3 clues about what to expect in next month's box." Okay, so we have like a graphic of a loaf of bread, so maybe a contemporary where somebody's a baker, possible. This looks like a tiny mail monster because it looks like an anthropomorphized envelope because it has little eyes. And it says, and it's got a little heart, so maybe pen pals or letters. Oh my god, if it's an epistolary novel, I'll lose it. And then a tennis ball. It's a tennis ball. Interesting. The only tennis romance that I can think of off the top of my head is 40 Love by Olivia Dade, which I actually have back here on my priority shelf. So I'm hoping it's not 40 Love since I already own this, but I'm sure there are also plenty of other tennis romances. So that's not like this is the only one that does that. What else could the letter writing and bread be? I guess we'll see next month. I'm terrible at guessing. I like to pretend that I'm better at guessing than I actually am. But this is really cool. I'm so freaking excited about this book box. I can't believe I got It's Been a Pleasure, Noni Blake by Claire Christian. I'm buzzing from this, like literally just so excited. So yeah, that's my second month of the Read Romance Repeat box from the Ripped Bodice. I will leave links to their website down below where you can look at the store, or I will also leave a link to the subscription box in general. It's roughly, I think, like $40 a month. I'll have to double check on that, but it's so you get 2 books and a nice hefty good. So I think it's worth it personally for me as a big romance reader, and I cannot say enough good things about the people who work at the Ripped Bodice. It's a bookstore I frequent a lot, and they are fantastic with their recommendations. So I think that bears out with what I've seen so far of this box. Anyway, that's it for February's Read Romance Repeat box. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you have a fantastic reading day. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of me or this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!